quick video here for you guys as I'm tearing down the Shadow 500. As you can see, engine is out. We can steal parts off of that now. Many parts are off. And we're down to center stand and frame. Basically, the rear needs to come off. But I'm having trouble getting the captive nut off. And I should probably get the proper tools to do that. Anyway, if you've never seen steering bearings, figured this is a good time to show you. So this is the upper steering setup. You're gonna have captive nuts up here. I'm gonna call them that. There's a locking washer in between them. That locks onto this, so this doesn't unscrew and vibrate. So we have that. Let's set these in order so I can put them back on properly. Set them down there. All right, now this is the bottom washer. And that actually has this cover attached to it. I think they're attached. Yeah, I believe they are. I don't know. Sometimes I forget if they come apart or not. Anyway, they're stuck together, and I'm happy about that. And then here we have another washer, and I'm gonna assume that these are factory ball bearings. Yep, it looks like they are. So this is your dust cover. And I think that would come in a kit if you get a new one. Don't quote me on that. So we have that. And then in here, it gets messy. You see you have your ball bearings. I think this slides down if I whack on it a few times. These actually look pretty good. Wonder if they were replaced. They don't seem factory to me. They might be. I'm not exactly sure. If any of you know, let me know in the comments. Can't read what's written on there. What's that say? I guess those are numbers. So anyway, those are greased up and good to go. I think if I give this a good whack, it'll probably fall down through. Let's see in a second here. Ow. All my stuff just fell off. Well, at least I know how they go in. This did come loose, so... Alright, so there is a upper bearing race. So that fits inside of the bearings so that they're in place. And then the bearing's gonna come up after this. Oh, where do I want to put this now? I mean, I won't reuse these, but it's just nice to stick them all back on there when you remove the whole thing. Oh, you know what's gonna happen? I need to lift the frame up off of this. That's what I'm doing wrong. Anyway, so there's the upper bearings. That little sucker's gonna come out. Well, actually it won't come out. When I lift up this frame, it's gonna come straight up over this sucker here. And then this is gonna fall down. The front end's gonna fall over. So I'm gonna get this separated. And this is basically the same setup underneath, and I'll show you that when I get these separated. All right, so I got her off, completely off the bike here, and we can look at what we got. So here is the lower steering bearings, and these look really nice and new. I believe these were replaced at some point. So you have your lower ones here, and then there's a dust seal on the bottom. So if you're replacing these, make sure your dust seal goes on the bottom here, and it's kind of stuck to the brace. I believe that separates, should anyway. I think that dust seal, like here's the bearings, see that? And then here's your race underneath, or your, I don't know, maybe I'm using the wrong terms. So anyway, you have your ball bearings, this, which I'm calling the race, which they sit in there and roll smoothly around on that, and then your dust seal on the bottom. So what happens is that goes and rests on the inside of your neck here, and that runs in that race there. And I think that should come out, but it doesn't want to. so I'm not gonna mess with it at this time. And then you see it's open in the middle, and that goes up to the top where we have another race right there. I bet they do come out. They're just wedged in there really good. So then your upper bearings would sit directly into that, and then they turn. And like I said, they all look pretty good here. And then you have, obviously I showed you already, the dust seal, and then the cover, and then the lock nuts. So don't be too scared to replace your steering nuts. It's kind of a pain, depends on what bike you have. You gotta take a bunch of stuff off the top before you get to them, but it's not super hard. You don't even have to disconnect your brakes or anything. I mean, obviously I'm dismantling this bike, so it's a different story. But I'm gonna have to do steering bearings on, I believe, this bike or that one of these two. So we'll definitely have a video on that. But I just thought you'd like to see this. I know the Yamaha bearings, when you take those apart, all the balls fall out. I can't remember what Hondas do, but I think these look like aftermarket, and they're in really good shape for an 85, so I think these are probably replaced. So anyway, quick tip for the day, and good look at steering bearings on the Shadow 500. I will catch you on the next one. Subscribe for more.